Here I am in Rustington and I'm about to meet one of my business sponsors on my crowdfunder. This lady has been super generous, and so not that she even asked for it, but I know she has a business, so I thought as she's been so generous with her donation, I would come and do a little show of her business basically. It's in sunny Rustington. It's a beautiful day and I'm running a bit late, so I better go in. And because it is a hair salon, this is going to be really interesting. I've not been in a hair salon yet, as you can tell. So I'm going to, see what happens. This is super handy. Free parking for 3 hours. Where even is this place? Free parking? I don't know when I was last in Rustington. Definitely haven't been to this place. It's so cute, it's like a village. I need to put sunglasses. It's quite bright in here though. Ooh. Here's the woman herself. Oh, I hardly recognised you. Carol's been a massive supporter of everything. Everything I've done for many, many years, and was a huge weekenderer supporter. Weekend supporter?
And will be again.
And will be again. And very kind, like I said in my intro, very, very kindly, generously donated to my crowdfunder. Without expecting any kind of reward, just because she's a lovely, generous soul. But I know she's got a business and I've never been here, so I thought, hey, let's make her a business sponsor, and so we can come and have a look. So Carol, what are you going to the layout of the salon, but we're going to specifically focus first on a very, very special aspect of what you do. Over to you.
Which is the work that I do with cancer patients. We've got a special room which I'm going to show you. It's just through here.
Okay.
So this is our private room that we've used for many things over the years, because we have been open since 2011. But for the last few years I've been using it for cancer patients, for head shaves, wig cutting and interim haircuts when their hair starts to grow back again, all of which I do free of charge, and give them the privacy. Sometimes people want to come in and use the main salon, but a lot of the time they want their privacy. It's just time like this. The other thing that we're finding increasingly we're using this for since we opened again on the 4th of July is people feeling anxious, having been in lockdown for a long time, that feel quite anxious about coming out into public. So we've got this facility for them.
Right, so they can be separate from the main salon.
Separate. So the main backwash is in the main salon, but for everything else they can have it
in here.
Yeah.
Are you finding that is a shall I say a certain age of person, or is it people with certain health conditions?
Actually, no.
Oh.
It's absolutely across the board.
Right.
Of every age, people with health concerns and without health concerns, because people have been in their homes in such a safe environment that suddenly having to go out into the world again, when they've had all that news thrown at them about not going out, has definitely increased anxiety on the whole.
Wow. Well, it's very lucky that you've got a room like this then that can actually for people like that.
Yeah. With a little joke as well.
I never run with scissors. Those last two words were unnecessary. Serenity hair. Ring light. So this is once people have their hair done, they can actually
do befores and afters. So we have
oh, I love that. That's cool.
Lottie, by the way.
Hello, Lottie. Hi. Rocking a little bit of animal print of some description. I'm a massive fan. What are they?
Well, we've had to go to disposable towels for PPE reasons.
Oh, so these are disposable towels?
Disposable towels, so one use. And we haven't gone to disposable gowns because they're all plastic and it would be like being a boil in the bag while you have your hair done. So they're washed after each client on a very high temperature.
Wow.
But just to lessen the workload of washing, we were always washing our towels after every use anyway, but we decided to go over to disposable towels.
So what are they actually made of?
Don't ask me the exact thing that they're made of, but they...
Just like a napkin. Is it paper? Oh, it's like a interfacing.
Yeah, and they're eco-friendly.
So
they
I've touched it
decompose.
now. You have to throw that away.
You can take it with you.
I'll have that. This is the colour station.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were coffees.
No, they're hair colours.
Oh my god.
This is the array of colours. And this beautiful sign was made by a friend of mine.
Ah.
Signs by Amy.
You belong here. Oh, I love the little touches, Carol. You're very good at that.
Thank you.
Look at this.
I have to say, it hasn't been all me. My team as well are amazing.
Oh.
Would you like to try the massage chair, Dawn?
Would I like to try a massage chair? Would I like to try a massage chair? Would I like to try a massage chair? Hell yes.
This one. Okay, so we can put your feet up there.
Oh! Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I won't turn the tap on. Your hair looks amazing.
Oh my word. Sorry.
And that's the end of this interview.
And so now, because we are away from any clients, you can still see one lady all the way down there. She's definitely asleep. So now that we're in a private room, door shut, socially distanced apart, we're gonna unveil lipstick intact. So it's really weird not being able to, like, because people we haven't seen for ages. And how has that been, like, with clients you haven't seen for 4 months coming in? I mean,
we've never felt so loved, I have to say.
Oh, even without touching people?
Yes.
Never felt
I mean,
that
obviously, we have to touch them because we're doing their hair.
Yeah.
But we have to do that as little as possible. So ordinarily, as well as the massage chairs, you'd have a shiatsu scalp massage after you've had your hair shampooed. But because we have to limit the touching, we have to get straight on with the service.
So the extras that are sort of like the little touches that just add to more contact just have to go.
Absolutely. A lovely cup of coffee set up on a nice tray with a cafetiere or a glass of fizz on a Saturday, sparkly Saturdays.
She's all about the treats.
We can't do any of that because we can't serve drinks.
Not serve drinks?
No, because again, it's the washing up with the people putting things to their mouths and they're supposed to have masks on. So they can bring their own water with them. We have had one client confess she had gin in her. To which I wanted to high five her.
Oh my god. So and this service, tell me more about this service that's being offered. I mean, are you still having, are cancer patients still coming to you this time?
Since we reopened, none of my clients that I was looking after their hair before are coming out yet.
Okay.
They're all distancing. In the next few days, I've got one lady who is a bit further down the road, journey-wise, and the hair's grown back enough that she's just desperate for a haircut. But she'll still have a vulnerability with regards to her immune system.
Right, yeah, of course.
Aside from that, again, it's been more since we came back off the anxiety side, because some of our clients have not been out through all of this. And like I said, it's not particularly the ones that are very elderly or the ones that have health conditions.
So it is literally across the board, and
it's absolutely across the board.
I would not have thought of that. So what can people do? What would you suggest to help your business? Because obviously everyone has suffered. I know there were sort of grants and loans and things like that, but what can people do to help salons and particularly yourself get back to the flourishing businesses that they had before?
With all hair and beauty salons, we're just hair, but there are beauty salons out there as well in the same situation. The best thing that people can do is support us. But that they can check that they are going to salons that do have all the PPE in place. Don't go for something just because it might be the cheapest. Look for the safest. You know, the ones that are doing everything they can to keep their staff and their clients safe. Look for the ones that are absolutely adhering to the current regulations, because unfortunately there are an awful lot of them that aren't.
Are there? And who's policing that?
The hair and beauty industry isn't regulated.
Regulating businesses, especially when you're in contact with people.
Absolutely. It's never been more important. It's always been important. But it's never been more important than it is now.
Do you feel like the hair industry and beauty industry got left behind by the government?
With regards to the hair and beauty industry, bearing in mind that it is a multi-million-pound industry, and we pay our taxes. Businesses on the whole were looked after, and I was able to furlough my team, and that was brilliant. I mean, bearing in mind I spent the first 2 weeks crying.
Same. Cancelling people, refunds, and rearranging life.
Just wondering whether anything was ever going to happen after that.
It felt like the world had ended, didn't it?
And then once things started to kick in with furlough, because I wasn't just worrying about me and worrying about my business that I've been building up since 2011.
One thing is, you become, as the boss of a place like this, you have a little family. You have sort of like all your siblings and children. You know, your staff are, you know, their families. You care, so that must have been.
It was, you know, thinking that, you know, how are they going to pay for their cars and how.
You had any suppliers, and has any sort of higher, bigger businesses affected a knock-on effect of what your operation?
Well, where we go, and again, this is where I can't thank my the landlord here is a company called Store Properties, who are actually based in Chichester. They own about 90% of the businesses in the village. They are the reason that there is 3 hours free car parking when people come to us.
I did say that at the beginning. I was like, 3 hours free parking? Where are we? Who does this?
Well, that was. It's a family business, and that was written in extensively.
What an amazing initiative!
Back in the 60s, and even though it's over the years they've tried to overturn it, they've never been able to. So it's always been.
That is Chichester, dear Chichester. Take note.
Chichester give them a lot.
Wow. And that's so important.
And then in addition to that, we've had support from the landlords. At the beginning, the head of the company was in Zoom meetings with us. The landlord has paid for the perspex at the pay points all over the village, in every business that they own. And then you'll also notice that there are freestanding hand sanitizer points. Again,
and they put that.
They pay for that.
Wow. And they're landlords.
They're landlords,
Are you limited to the amount of people you can have in the salon?
Yes, we are. So we've got the 2 chairs here, and we've got 10 positions out there. So on the side where the windows are, because of the space of the windowsills, we can have a client sitting on 3 out of those 4. The 4th one is too close to reception, so if people are paying, there can't be someone sitting there in that.
So you're having to give that complicates all your booking system, because you've got to make sure that you've got the spaces.
Wow. And then on the opposite side, where the stations are slightly closer together, we're just using every other station. So we've got our hand sanitizer and our barbicide for sterilising all our tools on the stations that we're not using. And people are shown straight to their seats, because we've got our lovely sofa here, but we can't even have people sitting on the sofa. Well, it's just more sanitising. And you know, where husbands used to come and wait while their wives had their hair done, and we used to give them a coffee, and they can't because it's too many people. So we have to limit it. to how many people we have in the salon at a time, which in this space works out to be 4 members of staff and 6 clients at a time.
Right. Is it going well?
It's going extremely well.
Oh, that's good.
And it's, like I say, our clients have been fantastic. Ringing them to book their appointments, it was like they'd won the lottery. They were just like, "Ah!"
Yeah. And I must just say, at the time of filming, this is now early August, so who knows what the future's going to hold. We don't know if we're going to go back into lockdown or more restrictions, or it'll all be lifted. We just literally don't know, and that's the problem. So all you can do, like all I've done, is just try and press ahead as if everything is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Positive mental attitude. And that's all we can do, really, isn't it? So,
I would say, you asked me earlier if there was more that the government could do.
yeah.
Many of us in our industry have been campaigning for years to regulate the hair and beauty industry and to license it. I'm a member of the Hair and Beauty Council and the National Hairdressers Federation, which has been campaigning. We've lobbied Parliament, we've, it's been going on for years to license it so that the standard throughout is higher, rather than you having all sorts of standards of hair and beauty salons.
And what's always been the reason why they haven't done it? Not enough lobbying, or
I don't know. It's been pointed out to me that they get an awful lot of VAT out of our industry, and if they cut out some of those salons that were cutting corners, then they wouldn't get the VAT from them. That's been pointed out to me. The other point with VAT is that in other parts of Europe, the service-rich industries like hospitality and hairdressing and beauty pay less VAT because our wage bills are higher. If you had a shop this size, a retail shop, you might have 1 or 2 people working in here. But if it's a hair salon or a restaurant, it's got to have lots and lots of staff. What's
the most amount of staff you've ever had here?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a lot of staff to a big space.
Absolutely.
But,
and at the moment, the fact that we're a smaller team is a blessing because it means that we can look after all of our clients and not have to be opening up at 6 o'clock in the morning and closing at 9 o'clock at night to spread everybody out. So that's another thing that the government could do. And then also this voucher scheme that they're doing, which is amazing. Why not do something for the hair and beauty industry as well?
Yeah.
For those people that have been furloughed,
eat out, help out.
Yeah.
Eat out, help out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought I genuinely thought, I saw that promoted, given that they just done the whole obesity thing, I genuinely thought someone had made that up as a joke. So yes, we want the hospitality industry to flourish again, but I genuinely thought, because the timing, that was a joke. We need to think of a tagline, how they could apply that to the beauty industry.
I'm going to have to think about that.
Thinking the word cut has got to be incorporated. We'll come back to you on that.
Yeah. I mean, all those people that have been furloughed and all made redundant already, that have not had their hair cut since the beginning of this year, that could really do with that help.
Yeah, up to £10 off.
Exactly. That could also then help hair and beauty salons.
More cuts for less. You heard that here first, Boris.
How about a cut above, Boris?
Yeah. Price cuts for more cuts. So it's been amazing to come and see Carol at Serenity Hair in Rustington. I'm amazed I've not been here before, and of course Carol's been a friend of mine for 5,000 years or something.
And is currently resisting the urge to hug me.
And is currently staying far away. Just back off, Carol, back off. So yeah, it's amazing to come and have a look around at, again, a business that is back, thriving, and of course just needs the help from everyone to book your appointment. We'll meet again, don't know where. That's definitely enough of that. thank you very much for having me. And well, next time we meet each other, we might actually be able to
Hug.
touch and hug. Maybe even share a drink. I'll let you buy me a drink. I might even buy you a drink.
Always.
Anyway, from Serenity Hair in Rustington. There you go. That was Serenity Hair. Thank you so much for supporting me, Carol. You've no idea how much that meant. So not only was that lovely to see Carol and her beautiful salon, Serenity Hair in Rustington. Rustington is lovely. Look at this. There's the busker. Okay, time for a little jaunt home now. So thank you very much, Carol.